What makes Floyd so unique? Because he fought, he fought Pacquiao, he fought you, he fought Gotti, he fought Corrales, he fought Ricky Hatton. He's fought so many, and all these guys, a lot of these guys had titles at the time or were former world champions like yourself. What makes him so unique?
His pedigree. Look, I'm good friends with his father. The best trainer I've ever had.
Wow.
By far. He is, well, except for the professor who trained me for the Chavez fight when I beat Chavez in 1996. But Floyd Sr. is the best trainer I've ever had. He's a teacher. And that's what Floyd Jr. grew up with. He grew up with a teacher who disciplined him to be the very, very best. And I love his patience. I love the fact that he's a hard hitter and he has a chin.
Now, you leave everything, what you think your kid's gonna do? You think your kid's gonna be as frugal and as thrifty and as miserly as you? Now, you made all that money now.
Am I satisfied?
Okay.
I'm satisfied with my career. And I remember, you guys every night. And I was one of those type of athletes.
So why do you think some of the things that have happened in your career are...
Floyd Mayweather has disappeared from the public after Shannon Sharpe shared shocking news about him. Mayweather, known for showing off his rich lifestyle, suddenly went quiet, making people wonder what's happening.
He hit Floyd with that uppercut, flush, and Floyd kept coming. I think Conor knew he was in trouble.
Floyd has a chin. I've told you before, he's got a chin.
And McGregor doesn't punch as hard as you thought he did.
Nope, he does. That's
Skip,
where you're wrong.
And I told you about the gloves. It's a difference. Dana said, well, you could feel his knuckles. I said, when you get those hands wrapped, he's not going to feel any knuckles. Skip, this might have been one of Mayweather's best performances.
It was. Agreed.
For the simple fact is, he had a 175-pound heavy bag in front of him with no head movement. Really, he was unorthodox with his stances, but I knew in a million years he was never going to beat Floyd Mayweather, Skip, because he's not a boxing tactician. He had too wide of a base. In the MMA, Skip, you need a wide base to guard against leg strikes and takedowns. So he had a wide base. He had too much, he was too square on, so all this Floyd could hit.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
Cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Sharpe expressed disappointment, stating, "Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter, flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You big ballin', and you won't cut these people money?"
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
Cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Sharpe praised Mayweather's boxing skills, saying he fought and beat many champions like Pacquiao, Gotti, and Hatton. Sharpe also said Floyd's father, Floyd Sr., was the best trainer he ever had, teaching Floyd Jr. to be patient, strong, and smart.
Everybody that Mayweather fought, he made him look like it was 5 years too late.
Right.
And that's the greatness of him.
Yes.
You look at the champions that this man beat and made them look mundane and beating them.
Right. Did you talk about Mayweather, right?
Mayweather.
I would say the same about Jordan, but that's a different
Oh, there you go. No.
I mean, I'm glad that you heard that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Because Jordan will make you look like you're less than what you are.
Like before Scotty?
LeBron will beat you.
I know he ain't.
But MJ will make you look like less than what you are.
Shoulders, stomach, chest. As a boxer, you got to be like this. You want to make the target as narrow as possible. And for Floyd to do what he did, he was just like, okay, give me your best shot. Put that rope-a-dope on him like the Rumble in the Jungle, Skip. You remember Zaire? Give me all you got. Conor was just throwing all those shots. And then come round 4 and 5, Joe, I thought I was at the club. All them Jello shots Conor was passing out because they had nothing on them. Jello shot, hey Conor, let me get one of them tangerine Jello shots because there ain't nothing to it. And Floyd walked through it. hitting power shot after power shot. Skip, he wasn't doing nothing pretty, nothing, no peekaboo, no shoulder roll, straight right hands to his dome like I told you he would. Now remember, I'm gonna run shoot this man. He too small, you effed. You should have left me where I was, brother. You should have left me there.
In 2017, Sharpe criticized Mayweather for showing off money on Instagram while asking the IRS for more time to pay taxes. Sharpe said it was wrong to brag about money, but not pay debts. Mayweather replied on Instagram saying,
He told Canelo, do not fight Floyd because you're too young. You have no experience.
Right.
Well,
but he's a much bigger man.
He is, but he's 21 years old, flexing his muscles like I can take on Floyd. I'm the very best. Guess what? You got schooled. You got schooled.
Pitched the shutout.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't even close.
You promoted Floyd.
I did promote Floyd, yeah. And you know, he was, the time when he was making the, I think it was a Showtime contract, $30-40 million. Yeah, we promoted all those fights.
Right.
You know, great experience for us. It was, you know, it put us on the map, obviously. And, you know, we're now one of the top promoters in the
So talk us through the fight with Conor McGregor. Obviously, he's a UFC guy, MMA. And it seems like to me, your game plan was like you would just walk. I'd never seen you just like you was like taking punches. You was like walking through his punches. Did you not feel he could knock you out?
Oh, absolutely not. Like I said before, you know, when you've been in there with the best,
right?
When I say the best, meaning, I mean, I could throw so many different names out, you know, out there because.
We'll get to those names in a minute. We're going to talk about that because Floyd, I don't think you get the credit you deserve for the fighter that you are. You beat 16 world champs. You're 50-0, but people always make excuses. When he fought De La Hoya was old.
I don't know. I think I beat. If I'm not mistaken, I beat 23.
He had paid $26 million in taxes and told people not to believe rumors. Sharpe also said Mayweather fought Conor McGregor mostly to make money, not for a real challenge. He said Floyd let McGregor punch him early to tire him out, then easily won the fight.
What lessons do you think Pacquiao and Mayweather could learn from you in terms of life away from the ring?
Well, Floyd seemed to be going through some stuff like me right now, you know, like realizing no one's his friend and everybody's probably, even though I even hate to say it, because maybe everybody's kind of a little jealous of him, you know, because he is Floyd Mayweather. I know these other guys got their money, but this guy is the champ of the world, you know. It's hard to compete with that. So he's pretty big on those scales as far as on the celebrity scale. So he's gonna realize what life is all about, what friends are all about, and realize that we only have a few of them. And sometimes they're the only ones we got. They may not be the ones we want, but they're the ones we have. You know, sometimes we want to have glorious, glamorous friends, but they don't want to be our friends.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying, F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank, I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that, I'm gonna do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hating on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw his scenic.
Stephen A. Smith compared Mayweather to Michael Jordan, saying both made their opponents look weak. Oscar De La Hoya also said he warned Canelo Alvarez not to fight Mayweather because he was too young and Floyd easily beat him. Even though Mayweather is one of the best boxers ever,
they call him Floyd Money Mayweather for a reason. The boxing superstar has earned over $1 billion in his career, enough to buy a small country, and he spent it on private jets, diamond watches, and mansions bigger than some shopping malls. But then, rumors came out that he had spent it all. So how did Mayweather bounce back from broke allegations with a business empire that looks stronger than ever?
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.
People are entitled to judge me for what they hearsay.
Okay.
Making assumptions. Just because I never came out and said, "Oh, let me explain," I don't have to explain that to nobody. Only people that I feel like I have to explain something to is my children and my relation, and because at the end of the day, only God can judge me.
Let's go back to where it all started. You grew up in Grand Rapids,
yes,
Michigan. Your father was a fighter. Your uncle was a fighter.
Both uncles.
Both uncles were fighter. So it was almost like you was like destined. It was predetermined. You were ordained to be a fighter.
Yes. That's all I knew.
many people don't like him because he often shows off his wealth and has a history of legal problems. Mike Tyson said Mayweather might be realizing now that not many people are real friends and that being rich and famous can be lonely. Today, Mayweather is still very rich. He made smart business moves, bought over 60 buildings in New York, and invested in real estate and casinos. Even after rumors he was broke, Mayweather's money empire, is still very strong.